Border Czar and former acting director of ICE, Tom Homan, joins me. Good evening, sir. And I want to just ask you a question following up on what John Huddy said. Agitators from the outside can create a very volatile situation. When the sun goes down, sometimes it gets even worse. Do you have any intel to suggest that that crowd is going to get rowdier than it is right now and that there's any violence coming tonight?
We have no solid information, but I'm expecting to. As nightfall comes, I'm sure we have more people coming out and create chaos in the darkness of the night. That's what they allow them to do. But we're prepared. I mean, thank God President Trump sent the National Guard here. They're a force multiplier. The National Guard was sent here to protect property, protect especially government property that's been damaged, and protect our officers and protect the general public. It was a great move by President Trump sending the National Guard here.
Well, we saw, I think it was a federal building in Portland that was set on fire a while back. So I know that probably people are pretty sensitive to, what can be done to federal buildings, a couple of years ago. So we'll be watching that, and hopefully we don't get to that tonight. Obviously, there's you and the governor of California are going a little bit back and forth. President Trump said that if he were you, he would arrest the governor. And the governor says, have at it, come arrest me. I don't know what you'd arrest him for, but do you have any sort of thought on this back and forth that you're having with the governor?
No, I never said I was going to arrest the governor. The interview to NBC News, what I said was, the protesters, if anybody crosses the line, they can protest. They have the First Amendment rights. But if they cross that line and impede federal law enforcement officers, if they assault federal law enforcement officers, if they knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien, that's a felony, we would prosecute. The reporter asked me, does the same go for Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom? I said it goes for anybody, including them. If they cross the line and commit a crime, they should be prosecuted like anybody else. They've been saying for 4 years, no one's above the law, either are they.
What sort of, not started this, but one of the things is that the ICE raids to try to find people who are illegally in this country seems to have been in part what started this back on Friday. Do you have any expectations to do raids in the Los Angeles area in the next 3 days to look for people here illegally in this country?
Yeah, we're doing it today. We'll do it tomorrow. We're going to do it every day. We're going to do our job. ICE agents are out there across L.A. and across neighboring communities. We're operating across every city in this country, and we're going to be doing it every day, as we promised. We've increased the resources on the streets. We've increased the targeting. We are looking for, people here in the country legally that we're going to prioritize public safety threats and national security threats, but we're out there doing the job, and we're going to keep doing the job. And as I said many times, sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want. We're going to flood the zone. If we can't arrest a criminal alien in the safety and security of the jail, and they're going to release them in the community, that means we got to send whole teams to look for these people because of officer safety concerns. So we got to increase resources to do that. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're out there again today. We got over 100 teams in the LA area out looking for illegal and public safety threats.
You've obviously you've got the National Guard that the president has federalized. You've got the Marines. You've got ICE. What about local law enforcement? Are they cooperating and helping you or not?
They are now. I mean, they were slow to respond for the first couple of nights, but right now they have a job to do. They got to maintain public safety. They got to control, not crowd control. The protesters can protest, but then you got those protesters who quickly become criminals because they want to throw rocks at officers. They want to throw Molotov cocktails. They want to assault our officers. In Los Angeles PD, they just step on the head. They did a great job last night. Their job is public safety. Our job is to enforce immigration law. And like I said, the National Guard is there to protect property and our officer safety, which is we talk about resources, was another reason we need a big, beautiful bill. We need to pass it. That gives ICE more resources, gives us more beds, gives us more transportation so we can go arrest these public safety threats more efficiently and quicker. We need that funding passed. It's also going to add to the border wall. We got a great border. We got the most secure border in the lifetime of this nation. However, we got to finish it. We got to make those advancements permanent. We need more border wall. We need technology at that wall. We need technology at the port of entries. Congress needs to step up and fund us. ICE is vastly understaffed. That's why we have help from all these other agencies out there. We got over 20 million illegal aliens in the United States at a minimum. We got less than 5,000 deportation officers. So Congress, you need to pass that big, beautiful bill so we get this work done more efficiently.
Is the crowd, does it seem to be bigger than yesterday at this time or smaller? Can't you tell?
It's a little smaller, but again, last night it was an all-time high, and We'll just wait and see what happens tonight. But it's starting to grow right now. I mean, this morning it was pretty calm, but right now we see starting to grow. People are starting to come in. So we'll see what they do. But again, we're well prepared. And I salute President Trump for the National Guard. I salute him for bringing Marines. We got to bring safety to this town. And what angers me the most, Greta, people aren't looking at the facts. ICE has arrested significant public safety threats the last few days in LA. We arrested a murderer, a Vietnamese national who murdered teenagers at a graduation party. We arrested several sexual predators, child sexual predators. We arrested people convicted of armed robbery. We arrested people for domestic violence and all sorts of public safety threats. ICE made the LA, Los Angeles, a lot safer in the last couple of days. Governor Newsom and Mayor Bass should be thanking ICE for taking these public safety threats off the streets.
I understand about 55,000 detention beds, and then I don't know where you are, like about 52,000. I don't know where you are now, but you talk about the big beautiful bill. Even if it does get passed by 4th of July, you're not going to be able to get a lot of beds very quickly. What are you doing with the people you're arresting, because you're coming up against your saturation point?
Well, we're removing people as quickly as we can, so we're making space. But you know what? They passed that budget. We have tens of thousands of beds we can turn on within 30 days. We got thousands of beds we can turn on in a week. We just need the money to do it. We got a lot of great companies out there, a lot of good contractors, and we can also build soft-sided facilities. You know, we got to continue building out Gitmo. We got to continue building out all these other areas where we can add beds. So there's a lot of contracts out there. We can increase beds almost immediately, but we need funding to do it. That's why Congress needs to act quickly. Look, this is a national security issue. We are dealing with 4 years of open borders. We're dealing with 4 years of criminals crossing this border, national security threats entering this country. Fund us to make this country safe again. That's what American people voted for. They gave the president a mandate. And I think when they give the president this mandate, they gave every member of Congress the same mandate. Let's secure that border and keep it permanent. We need money to do that. And let's remove these public safety threats just as quick as possible.
Border Czar Tom Homan, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.